I purchased the $650 CNC machine sight on scene. Did I score big or did I get burned? Let's find out. Oh, I hear it. So far, not so good. And the cycle start button doesn't seem to work. So this is it, the $650 CNC machine. The pictures that I saw beforehand of this thing, they were really granulated and I couldn't make out much of the details. And I thought that this had a Miltronics manufacturing CNC controller on it, but I wasn't sure. And now that I got it in the door, I can tell it does. So this actually has a Miltronics manufacturing controller on it and servos and drives, which bumps the value of this machine way up in my opinion, because a lot of people know how to run that. Looks pretty good. Looks a little dirty like they were running it. I don't know if it runs or not. Here's the pendant. Has an old keyboard on it. Looks like it has a RS-232 communications port. Cabinet's dirty. We'll get into that. There's what appears to be a transformer. Power cord. That makes it easy. It has the one pump shot system, it looks like, for greasing it, keeping it oiled. Has adjustable knee up and down. Quill works nice and smooth. Comes back up. Nice. All in all, it's a little dirty. Fingers crossed that it runs. First things first, let me get some power ran to it and see if it'll turn on. I got some power ran to it, and while I was looking it over, what I didn't notice when I bought this machine, which I think is really awesome, is that if the CNC controller happens to not work on this particular machine, you can actually use it like a manual mill. Check it out. So there's a little handle flips out here. You can spin the axis that way, and there's a handle here. And it feels nice and tight. There's no play. Not even a thou, doesn't look like on the dial there, of play back and forth. That's pretty tight. Nice. So if the CNC part does happen to not work, I should be able to use it as a manual knee mill until I can fix it or retrofit it, because usually the spindles are on a whole separate circuit than the CNC part. Like right here, you would just turn it on and off, reverse, forward, and then control the up and down speed right here. Oh, nice. Has a power drawbar on it. Sick. It's a nice machine. So let's flip the phase converter on, see if we can get some power to it. If that was the right one, this should have power. Oh, I hear it. I hear the cabinet. I can feel it buzzing. Yeah, it's got power. It's powering up. I don't see the screen coming on, which that's not good, but maybe there's a switch for it. Maybe the emergency stop has to be out, or maybe you have to turn this one on. It's obviously got power, I think. Maybe not. Aha. Well, that should be on. This is going around here. And looks like it's going into here. Should have power to that stuff. So far, not so good. See if I can find a switch or something. So no, because this isn't getting power. So that means this isn't getting power. Oh. They must have plugged it in like that for transit. Let me get some power to this. I plugged a power wire into there. So now that whole thing has power. And then over here, the strip has power. So now we should get something. I don't know, maybe you have to hold it. Oh, there we go. See, I saw it light up and then nothing. Oh, oh, oh. Oh, I can see it. I don't know if you guys can see it. See it? Oh, it's coming to life. Defaults loaded. Retry failed. So it looks to me like it's trying to load Windows. Maybe you need this. Escape. Enter. I'm not sure what to do here. I don't know if you guys can see it here. It's got the Energy Star thing. It says primary master, primary slave, none. So I hope this thing hasn't lost parameters. But it being a Miltronics, I have reached out to them with older machinery that I've had before, and they've helped me. So that's an option with this possibly. Let's maybe turn it all off and back on again. See what happens. Let's turn this back on again. There it goes. I don't know if you guys can see it. You probably can't see it. So it says primary master none, primary slave none, same thing. Some air defaults loaded. I bet it lost parameters. That sucks. Whoa, 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 whoa. I hit help and I hit escape. And there's something happening. I don't know if you guys can make it out. Oh, it's going through ROM files, help files. Can you guys make that out? So it's going through all these files now. See file name. No cycle menu. Oh, oh. What? We got it. Holy crap. It came on. Now, I don't know if it all works. I don't remember the sequence to get all this working. But it seems like I'm in the menu right now for, like, if you were to run a part, you see it would show your cut path. I'm not sure how to get out of there. F1, emergency reset, escape. The reset's really tight on this. Feed rate, cycle start, this. Oh, so that button does something. This is going to be a huge puzzle trying to figure out how to get this to work. But at least the screen came on. And when I hit this button right here, I heard something energize. Oh, I heard the e-stop. I did hear it stop. I heard motors click in. Now this. Oh, I believe that kicks the motors on. So I don't know how to get out of the screen, and it seems like I can't see the whole screen anyway. Seems like the position maybe is off a little bit of the screen. Oh, auto configure. There it goes. Now I can see everything. Can you guys see it? It's kind of bright in here, but it says comp off, tool, diameter. I'm sure, and then it has the XY coordinates here. This is the feed rate. Oh yeah, that's the feed rate there. You can see when I turn it, it actually turns there. Can you see it? So now I need to figure out how to change the axis, or what axis is selected right now. So it doesn't seem like you select anything with this. You just kind of use it to move the axis. But nothing's happening. What if I start going through the F keys? Attention, cycle start to begin home sequence. Cycle start to begin home sequence. Let's make sure nothing's in the way before we do that. Okay, so I figured out F1 goes to this cycle start. Made sure everything was clear. Let's give it a cycle start and see what happens. Keep my hand on the emergency button. If anything happens at all. Well, nothing. Enter here. Nothing. It says drives are on right there, right? So the drives are on. That button's out. Drop the feed rate down. Is at 30%. Enter maybe? Enter here? No. Cycle start button not working? Attention, cycle start to begin home sequence. That's what I did. Nothing. Okay. Is there something else I'm missing? Okay, so that works. It seems like it almost isn't even registering. Oh yeah, it is. It's registering. So if I hit F1 on the keyboard, we get the cycle start. So, but enter does nothing. Cycle start button does nothing. Enter up here does nothing. Help. Escape. So escape gets you out of that screen. Let me mess with it for a minute and I'll get back to you. I kind of went through here and pushed all the commands, and it really just comes down to it needs to be homed. It needs to be cycle started there. And the cycle start button doesn't seem to work. I don't know if it's just, oh, there it goes, there it goes. I got it. Oh, it's homing itself. What? It's doing it. Hopefully nothing's bound up. Oh, it looks like it is. Hold on, hold on. I have to cut some of these off here. Looks like they zip tie that up. Okay. All right. What? It was moving on its own. Can you believe that? $650. I wholeheartedly did not think this was gonna run. I thought I would have to do a bunch of stuff to it. It may still not run, but it is homing out. So, let's see. So the drives are off. Let me get it back over here. And in here, we'll try this again, because this did home out. Looks like it went to the end of travel. Okay, let's try this again. So F1, emergency stop, press escape. Okay, got that out. Emergency stop, press escape. Okay. Oh, the drives are off. Drives are on. F1, cycle start. I think you just gotta wiggle this thing. Oh, there it goes. You gotta kind of hit it hard. There it goes, look. Both axes are moving. Keep my hand on this just in case I start hearing something weird. Boom, that one homed out. Let's see, this one's going towards the limit. Boom, that one homed out. What? The whole machine is homed out. Wow. So we got the machine homed out. I'm not quite sure yet how to switch between the axes to move them with the CNC controller, or how to turn the spindle on. Let's see, so here's reverse. Nope, forward, nope. Ah, there's a button on the side. Let's try that. Oh, wow. And it sounds smooth. There's no like belt slapping. It sounds pretty good. Let's see, what is it in? So it's forward. I'm not sure how to tell if it's in high or low. It's going pretty slow, so I'm assuming it's in low. Oh, we're going slow too. Let's see. 280. It sounds really good, man. Oh, so it is in low. See right here? Been a while since I ran an email. I've been running a lot of CNC machining centers. But yeah, it's in low gear right now. So that's 300, 500. Wow, it sounds great. I am gonna go through and lubricate everything, put oil and stuff. So let's see, stop it. Okay. Wow, so far so good, man. What a score. Now I need to figure out how to jog the axis. Oh, F2 brought up a whole different screen. Check it out. I wish it wasn't so dull in the photo, but I can see it pretty good. So here it goes X, Y, ZY, X, Y. So I don't know how you go through these though. How do you get to these from here? Oh, it's the laptop. That's why they got the laptop on there. Look, and it moves. What? Yep. This is an awesome mill. Like I said, a mill that you can use manual or CNC. Those are usually worth a lot of money. Wow, what a score. Everything works on this machine. I'd love to set up a chuck and maybe run some parts on it. But first, let's get it cleaned up a little bit. Maybe touch up some paint here and there so it looks better. As you can see here, this base is pretty worn away here. I like to maybe clean that, tape that off, paint this part here. This stuff's kind of wore away from this coolant. That too is kind of wore away down there. I like to maybe, you know, scrape some of that off, and looks like they took all this stuff off. This is for the coolant. Maybe chisel some of that there and clean that up a little bit. Maybe clean this case up a little. It's a little grimy. I'm gonna move on and do that. I'm gonna use some of my secret sauce to get all this gunk off of here that never comes off without secret sauce. If you're wondering what that is, I'll leave a link to it in the description below. I use it on all CNC machines. It just peels all this grime right off these machines, man. Let's get to it. I'm gonna spray a little bit of this secret sauce on there. Let it sit for a little bit, come back and start cleaning it up. So what I'm doing now is I'm going through and scraping everything off, all the loose paint, and I'm taking an air hose and kind of blowing the loose stuff off to get it clean, and then I'm gonna spray it with the sprayer, kind of wipe it down, and that should give me a good base for paint. I'm not trying to do a total restoration on this machine. I'm pretty much just trying to paint the areas that need it so it doesn't rust in the future. Now I'm gonna start over here, just kind of start misting stuff down and then wiping it down with towels as I go. Penetrates this stuff and gets it coming loose really good. The secret sauce is where it's at, because like you see here, I just got a regular sprayer. I don't have a pressure washer or anything. Look at that stuff just peeling off of there. Just misting it, it's coming right off. Isn't that crazy? It took me a long time to find something that would work like that. So I just kind of mist it down, and then, you know, keep the water off the electronics, obviously. And then I just wipe it down. And that should give it a good enough base to paint over. Now what I'm gonna do is take the grinder, and I've got this like non-evasive kind of like Scotch-Brite rubbery pad, and I'm just gonna hit the table off real quick. It won't take any material off, it'll just kind of polish it, kind of make this look a little better. Spray a little WD-40 on there, wipe it off. Oh yeah, you can feel it. It's way smoother. I got it pretty well cleaned off, as you can see there. What I did was just went around and knocked off all the loose stuff. And then I took some Prep-All and cleaned it all down so it's ready for paint. And like I said, what I'm gonna do is just touch this thing up. I'm not gonna do a full-blown restoration on this. So I'm gonna do the least amount of paint as I possibly can. And I just taped off a few things here, and everything else I kind of use a template and just kind of, you know, brush it in here and there. I went down and had some paint matched. As you can see here, I don't know if you can tell, but one, it really doesn't match. Two, it's actually water-based paint. And I thought maybe it'd work, but the more I thought about it, water-based paint and machinery just doesn't mix in my experience. So what I did was I went down and got some oil-based paint. And what I'm gonna have to do is kind of try to mix it myself. So I got some black here that I had. I've got some blue. You can see here I opened it. It's quite a bit lighter than that. It's close. but I think I can hit it by putting a little bit of black. It looks like it has a little kind of greenish, bluish undertones in there. And yeah, let's see what we come up with. Okay, so a little back and forth, back and forth. I think I finally got something that's just about right. It's difficult because in here it doesn't look the same as when you put it on there. I'll show you guys. So there it is. That's pretty close. Once that dries, I think it's going to look pretty spot on. So now what I need to do is mix up just a little bit more of this. I think I'm going to need more than that for sure. And then we can get to spraying. That's round one, first coat. It's looking pretty good. Looks like it matched up pretty good. I tried to feather it out where I could, kind of blend it in. And like I said, I didn't do every single part. Once it dries, it should kind of flatten out and match everything, hopefully. Like I said before, I'm not trying to do a total restore on this machine. I'm really just trying to stop it from rusting in the main places where the paint came off. So I'm not trying to like actually hide anything. Like I said, when this flattens out, all that'll kind of blend back in. But I'm going to do another coat in about 10 minutes, and then what I'll do is just do a real light mist right over the top of all this stuff here, and it should also help blend all this in. That's the mill touched up. What do you guys think? Looks 1,000 times better than it did. Like I said, I didn't go for a full-on restoration with this thing or anything. I just wanted to get some paint on the exposed parts so they didn't rust more. I wanted to get a chuck on this and do some machining on it, but this one and the other one are actually for sale, and I reached out to somebody I knew that was looking for one, and they're on their way to pick it up right now, so I won't get a chance to do that. So this was kind of a quick flip for me on this one. Like I said, I purchased this one and the other one there to sell just to make my money back, just so I could get that one so I could retrofit that in a future video. So what do you guys think? I think it was a pretty good deal on this one. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up, leave me a comment, subscribe to my channel. It really helps the algorithm out. See you on the next one.